Field in Halifax, Nova Scotia. This match features Hamilton United girls versus the Dieppe U15 girls. Our starting 11 for Hamilton United, we have number 3, Rosa Pietrantuno, number 21, Naya Aliodzic, number 27, Maya Ragona, number 30, Zoe Bonar, number 31, Stefania Guerrero, number 33, Brooklyn Noseworthy, number 41, Brooklyn Gardner, number 47, Kia Manning, number 70, Callie Janess, number 72, Michaela Boschman, and number 87, Emma Kindry. Starting 11 for Dieppe U15 girls, number 4, Clara Ahmed, number 6, Lexi Lejeune, number 10, Mackenzie Engelhardt, number 12, Mahena Peltier, number 13, Alyssa Roy, number 15, Marissa Audette, number 17, Janny Robichaud, number 21, Piper Bowens, number 37, Nayeli Lapierre, number 1, Erica Godet, and number 77, Karianne Alain. The Rising Tides Canada Youth Cup promotes good sportsmanship by athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your cooperation in supporting athletes and officials in a positive manner. Rising Tides would like to thank our presenting sponsor, Macron. Work harder, play harder. Rising Tides would also like to thank Nova Scotia for Dalhousie University for hosting us today at the Wickwire Field. The Tigers kick off their home season right here on August 29th with the women at 5 p.m. and then the men following at 7:30 p.m.
And welcome everyone back to the last game of this tournament in this fourth day. We still have one more day to go on Monday. Don't want to shortchange ourselves, have so much more to go. As you have Hamilton United taking on CS Dieppe. And Hamilton United actually played a fantastic game yesterday where they went all the way. They played the nightcap game, so they're also playing the last game here today. But that went all the way to a shootout, and it was an amazing affair, especially some great play from Brooklyn Noseworthy, who is the keeper for Hamilton United. Really fun to watch. Also, we saw Zoe Zobner down late, 64 minutes into this, because it's, again, 35-minute halves. So very late into the game, was able to score a penalty kill goal. And only 3 minutes later, the opposing team they played against was able to tie it up and take us to a shootout. And due to the shootout, after all of that, Hamilton United came up with a victory yesterday, which was huge for them as they continued that against CS Dieppe. Of course, for Hamilton United, they're wearing the orange uniforms, and CS Dieppe wearing the white uniforms. Actually, we just heard over the PA announcement system that, again, it is August, so it is getting that much closer to the start of a new college season here across Canada. And starting with Dalhousie University, they host a men's soccer game and women's soccer game starting first at 5 o'clock p.m., August 29th at Wickwire Field. So the Tigers will start their season Not only that, we'll also have, of course, their rival, St. Mary's University, starting up. Everything going on with soccer, football, everything coming into the fray. And the kick up ahead. And Sure Hands has it. And puts a stop there. Here is the throw-in for Hamilton United. A few minutes passed and still no shots registered on either side of the net. As Dieppe will throw it back in right after Hamilton United. I was able to be kept back in play for a moment. As Carrie-Ann Allen has it. And a whistle before the free kick can be taken. As Michaela Boschman is ready to go and does. As the wind has stayed about fairly steady throughout most of this afternoon. Hasn't played too much a factor out on the pitch so far. And considering it's still in the early days of August, it is still fairly nice outside for everyone. And the corner kick for Dieppe, a good giant chance opportunity and a shot that does go off a few Hamilton United players. It sets up another corner kick. And heads up play, too, from Alyssa Roy. Gives another chance for another corner kick. Stephanie Guerrero was involved in deflection, as we'll see. The corner kick set up on the opposite side this time for CS Dieppe. Line drive, and that was grabbed as Brooklyn Silguero was trying to have another astounding outing like she did the other night. And a big punt. trickles towards midfield, right at the center line, and Dieppe will have another chance to run their offense. As it was trying to get it up ahead to Claire Amedi. And that goes out of play. Well marked and played by the left back position there for Hamilton United. Naji Alhazdik on the play defensively. Mia Ragona trying to go up ahead with it for Hamilton United. It'll get kicked back the other way. There's a chance. Hamilton United. A little bit of a shove to get some space as they're in the box area looking to have an opportunity to get a shot off. And they do, and it's off a few defenders and cleared. Still not cleared yet. A shot goes through. They're still there. Once more, a few more times, and finally kicked out of there. Wow. So many opportunities there for Hamilton United. Just couldn't get through the rows of bodies. It goes up to for the moment. Elihadzik. Check that. Brooklyn Gardner. Pass trying to get up ahead. And here's a chance, too, for Hamilton United. A couple players, and here we go. Great chance for Hamilton United. Shot on goal, and that's a first save. And that was a prime scoring chance for Hamilton United to get finally something on the board 10 minutes into the game. As Gardner officially took the shot, but also had some pressure from striker Mia Ragona. We have a substitution coming for Hamilton United. Brooklyn Gardner's out. And Jocelyn Hunt coming back. Did have this start last night. Hunt will be a welcome addition to this team. It's been an interesting 4 days here, I think, for many people that have done the tournament, and many of us have stayed here. I've only been here for about almost 2 full days now, and I'll continue for a 3rd day. But it's always interesting the conversations that go on here inside the booth about technical issues, just conversations with the camera crew. It's always a good time for us. Just like on the soccer pitch, everyone has their communication, conversations, fun moments. That's what we have here inside this booth. And credit to a wonderful crew here from Maritime Athletic Profiles for building that culture. It's a unique one, that's for sure. Oh, gosh. There's a kick from the free kick as Salguero. That goes off the post. It's still loose. And just at the last minute, cleared away from the goal area as even Brooklyn Salguero with their hands on her knees said, oh, that was a close one. We'll see a replay of it. That is always a tricky spot for a free kick because it's almost equivalent to the corner, and you get a better angle of it. But Salguero did get a hand on it, and it was cleared away by her teammate. As you see a better angle of it here. Yeah, and a heads-up play on the left back roll. As Dieppe, after a little bit of a quiet between both teams, just settling into this first half. A few chances, just as that big one where Dieppe almost was able to score on this Hamilton United team. But again, a brilliant defensive play. Helped stave that off. I again want to give credit to that. I want to say it was center back Michaela Boschman who was there. Or Alahadzik. One of the few. And that was another nice save from Brooklyn Salguero because, again, Lexi Legier was right in the face of Brooklyn Salguero on that pass, and it was actually a pretty crafty pass. As I said, Brooklyn Salguero made it look effortless again. Something that she's doing at least for the last 2 days we've been covering. And that was just a little bit too wide for Hamilton United. See the replay here of that last attempt. Yeah, just went a little too far right. Didn't have enough of an angle. It's too much of a streamlined shot. So we do have a substitution coming in for Hamilton United. Zakia Manning out. And Brooklyn Gardner coming in, number 41. There's a corner kick. Loose in the box area, a couple of shots. Nowhere near the net. That ball goes soaring past the sideline. Here's a chance early, just totally misfired on Hunt's part. Had a great look at it, brilliant pass set up, and just had it. We'll see a replay of it for Hunt. And had the right idea. There was not very many people back out there whatsoever, and the ball just happened to get right there and just sailed a little bit for Hunt. And here's a throw in. Mahina Pelletier will send a shot over earlier to get this going for Dieppe. There's a chance. The ball goes a little too far. And possession back for Hamilton United. So again, folks, just keeping up with the schedule. Should be a game either close to wrapping up at St. Mary's University, the 4th place Group A and 4th place Group B for U17 girls taking place. And after this game against Hamilton United and CS Dieppe, there'll be a game at St. Mary's University at 7:15 p.m. That should be starting here in a few minutes against Inter Halifax and SW Edmonton. That is U15 boys. Then we have a lot of games going on simultaneously tomorrow. Now the 8 a.m. start at Dalhousie and at St. Mary's University. For U17 girls at the 1st place Group A and 1st place Group B at Dalhousie. And then the 2nd place Group A at 2nd place Group B at St. Mary's University. And there'll be a little bit of a trade-off for a few of those games. And all the majority of the games will be played at Dalhousie in the afternoon at the Wickwire Field. As Dieppe, again, trying to use that left side to set up a cross pass to get someone open and no one there. There's one shot that goes to the side of the net, taken by Mackenzie Engelhart. You'll see the replay of it. Again, pass, trying to get something going, and Engelhart was there, but just too far in the angle. Just hitting the side of the net, needed that to be placed a little bit more to the left. As Noseworthy takes it right away and kicks it away. Nice save from Clara Ameti. Well, almost a save as it goes out. Love the effort anyway. There's a shot that just goes left, still there, not cleared successfully. That's Hamilton United. Another few good times. They've had this momentarily throughout the first half where they'll put together a couple of really good opportunities and it just goes wide. One of them being Jocelyn Hunt's most notable play. As well, same thing for Dieppe, where they've had opportunities where they've had a free kick that almost resulted in the goal, but a really good play defensively to clear it. So, again, everyone so far defensively has been lights out, making it a little bit more difficult for both clubs to get goals on the board here. There's another save from Brooklyn Noseworthy on the shot attempt from Dieppe. As you'll see probably a replay of that here in a moment. This might be able to start a successful attack with Ragona, just losing it for the moment. Pass up ahead and cleared away by Dieppe. Everyone losing a little bit of track of it, and finally Boschman on that center back role able to finally come up with it. About 3 minutes left before we head into half. And a good play defensively to kick it away before anything could get started. As Zoe Fauner, who did score the goal we talked about yesterday night on a penalty kill. Check that on a penalty kick. Here is a corner kick, and that was too easy. Sometimes it's as simple as a goalkeeper netminder just grab with two hands and pushing it down the other side of the pitch, or it is complete mayhem or chaos, or it is cleared away by the defense. Really know very many in between when it comes to corner kicks. There's only a few outcomes that can happen. A lot of that is just chaos or order. And a couple whistle blows, and that will conclude it for half. It's still a 0-0 game after one half of play. It's between Hamilton United and CS Dieppe. So for myself, Connor McKinnon, and the crew from Maritime Athletic Profiles, we'll step aside as heading into halftime and bring you back more with the Canada Youth Cup showcase in just a moment.
This isn't just a game. It's music, sunshine, and community. From the goals to the good vibes, this is soccer at its best.
The shot and scores. Cabello with his second goal of the game.
I like it. The players are nice. The staff's really nice. The fields are amazing. It's just an overall great vibe.
This is the Canada Youth Cup National Showcase on Maritime Athletic Profiles.
Super fun, we're excited.
My mom and my dad. I love you guys and thank you for letting me be here and getting me this fun.
And welcome back, everyone. Second half, a little bit of a quick halftime break as we are in the last game here today. And we should have the next game starting at St. Mary's University in about 3 minutes. Before we kind of talk about that one, focus more on this Hamilton United and CS Dieppe. As for Hamilton United, they've had a few opportunities here and there to be able to capitalize, but mostly it's been highlighted by their goaltending play. Brooklyn Noseworthy continuing to have a very stellar game from the night previously, and the momentum's carrying into this one. Hamilton United also has had a few chances, most notably with Jocelyn Hunt, just overshooting it a little bit. And as we go over to CS Dieppe, they've had a few opportunities, and the one that stands out the most is they had a free kick on the opposite side of the pitch to the right, and there was a wide open opportunity, but thanks to some great defensive plays, it led to being able to clear outside the box, and that's why you've had really the goose eggs on the board, is because of what they've been able to do defensively from both sides, where even if there's been some opportunities, they have not allowed it to rebound or spiral or get out of control. Is okay, you have one opportunity, but we're going to clear it and get it out of the way so you won't have another chance to crack at it. So another thing about soccer in this whole entire tournament, when you're playing against two high-level teams that know how to play soccer, that have great chemistry, it is essentially going to come down to who can communicate better, who is not going to make the mistake, and that is going to be the time that will tell as we progress through this second half of action. We'll tip to throw the end line as CS Dieppe almost was able to keep it, but Hamilton United trying to get ahead, and the pass just too far for Maya Ragona. And it's kicked all the way by Brooklyn Noseworthy to kick it out harm's way. Just for those tuning into this broadcast, we do have another game going on that started just now at St. Mary's University, a U15 boys matchup between Inter Halifax and SWU Edmonton. You can also follow that on the YouTube channel live stream for Maritime Athletic Profiles. Go ahead and check out this game in case you'd like to, as we do have two simultaneously somewhat going on. And again, tomorrow, folks, jam-packed in both St. Mary's University and Dalhousie. Full jam-packed schedule, looking at multiple different teams, starting with a doubleheader for U17 girls for second place Group A versus second place Group B, and also first place Group A versus first place Group B for both U17 girls. Move on to U15 boys, U17 boys, U15 boys, U15, and then U15 to close it out. So just all these are battles for placement, because again, this is a 4-division tournament with 2 U17 groups for boys and girls and 2 U15 groups for boys and girls, and each of those, like for example U17 girls, there's a Group A and Group B, and both of those groups will compete against each other for first place seeding, and then they'll, for the top seeding from Group A and Group B, will compete for gold medals. And same thing, if you're second seed, you'll compete for the bronze medal. Should be able to follow that not only on this broadcast, but also go to the Maritime Athletic Profiles Instagram for updates on the schedule or any types of potential changes. I'll see some of the great content from some of the interviews that we have done this past week, and also some notable highlights from this tournament, being able to showcase all great and just happened to be there. And what a play from Hamilton United to get it going. As you can see, the disbelief. The defense is frustrated. We'll have to get a replay because it was a bit chaotic from up here. And wow, so it was almost actually Jocelyn Hunt was getting dragged down and was still able to get a foot on it, drive past the goalkeeper. What an impressive play from the winger Jocelyn Hunt.
Goal for Hamilton United scored by number 26, Jocelyn Hunt.
So Jocelyn Hunt looking like LeBron James out there, just breaking through arm tackles and still able to get a finish. That's just all strength right there. And again, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. As long as you get a foot on the ball and you're able to get it off, doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't have to be pretty. But you can show some strength there, and that's what exactly Jocelyn Hunt did. Corner kick for Dieppe and goes wide. And Hamilton United will have a chance to set up the offense or punt it towards midfield. a stop there. Hamilton United trying to go for another one, and that goes in for a goal. That is 2 goals in such quick succession. And Ragona with a heck of a pass from behind that was set up near the penalty arc. We'll get a replay of it. So another goal within 3 minutes of each other.
Goal for Hamilton United, scored by number 87, Emma Kindry.
And Emma Kindry with the goal and has been a player for it. And just really unfortunate as it just went off the hands and had the right idea, wanted to stop it, but just maybe just didn't judge the ball correctly.
United in the 45th minute. Exiting the match is number 41, Brooklyn Gardner. Entering the match is number 47.
So now 2 goals
Kia Manning.
in 3 minutes of each other by Emma Kindry just most recently, and before that, Jocelyn Hunt. And Hamilton United, with their defense and their goalkeeping, they're in a really good position to come up with a victory here today, and that'll be back-to-back for them heading into Monday. And here comes Kindry, already with 1 goal. We'll have to try key and mark her a little bit more, as well as Hunt. As seems that this attacking front for Hamilton United has started to put it together here. And sometimes it takes a half, but that's all it may take. As Janice had it for a moment. Is Dieppe. And it is a throw-in for Hamilton United on the top of the field. And Jocelyn rushing in for it, and well played. It was a nice split decision by the goalkeeper to keep it honest. And a shot, and the angle was cut off nicely, and good positioning, and another stop from Noseworthy. And a corner kick for Hamilton United. For CS Dieppe, they really need to get a good clear here and avoid as much damage as possible. As Kindry's there, ball is loose. And for Dieppe, it's about as good as an outcome you could ask for. And trying to get up ahead and being aggressive is Marissa Audit. As Audit sends it firing. Not quite near the net, but close enough. There's a shot, and there's a goal just like that for Dieppe. Scored by Marissa Audit, who had the shot on the other end not too long ago and missed wide. This time, she made her mark and did not miss. Bullseye.
Goal scored by Dieppe, number 15, Marissa Audit.
So now only a 1-goal deficit for Dieppe now. And here's a quick response, too, as Kendry trying to go for a second goal and get it back up to a 2-goal advantage. And that was just in a hurry right off the initial start from the center line. Here comes Dieppe again, along with Audit, who just scored. That's a crosser that's nowhere near Audit, a little too far. Throw in trying to get it to Hunt, who's just able to tip it over and back into possession for Dieppe. The kick just up ahead. Locating Legier. Legier gets beat up a little heading into the ground. Seems to be okay. And the carry on Alon. Back there for the corner kick opportunity. And that was a kick that just goes past the end line and no damage, no harm.
Oh, I'm not doing that. You can go at it. Where is it? It's right there. Don't run in front of me.
As Manning was trying to go for it, and Dieppe with it as it's already at 53 minutes. Less than 17 minutes left to go in this match with Hamilton United up 2-1. Initially, those two goals scored within 3 minutes each other, one at the 41-minute mark by Jocelyn Hunt, followed up by Emma Kindry at 44.
Substitution for
Then a
Dieppe
response
in the
at the 50th minute by CS
Exiting the
Dieppe
match is number 12,
by
Mahena Peltier.
Audette.
Entering the match is number 16, Liara Somerville. Exiting the match is number 17, Gianni Robichaud. Entering the match is number 4, Clara Ahmed.
Clara Ahmed back in for CS Dieppe.
7, Emily Alain. Entering the match is number
Liara
10,
Somerville.
Mackenzie Engelhart.
And Mackenzie Engelhart back in for, I believe, CS Dieppe, based on what we are getting from the PA announcers. That will give a free kick to Dieppe on the violation. Hunt trying to make a move. Pass up ahead to Kindry. Kindry makes a few people miss. Has a little bit of daylight and space. A pass overhead. And just a little bit too far ahead. Was trying to find Manning on that side. Along with Ragona too. And a corner kick. This will be taken by Jocelyn Hunt. Here comes the looping shot, and the header set up for Emma Kendry goes wide of the post. Just realizing this tournament, I didn't even think about how many teams have in it, but it's 28 total teams in each of the 4 divisions, which is wild to think about. So just to get some of the math, so we had 28 teams, and through the span of 5 days, there would have been 56 games played. There's some advanced metrics for you folks sitting at home. We have our producer / statistician, Dylan. Now all we need is Dylan to come up with how many people have attended in the past 4 days up to this point. I always find it interesting how I know they do it by ticket purchase, I think, how many people have attended a game. But I don't know if that's always the best, most reliable metric to use. Maybe they just need to start doing like individual weighted benches, just so everyone sits in and counts as one person. So that's the way you can count how many people there is, by pressure points. I don't know. I think that's one of the most useless stats I think I've ever heard in terms of sports. Like, it's great to have attendance, but it's totally meaningless as a commentator. You're like, oh yeah, so many people have tended here. I'm like, well, it's great for an atmosphere, but I don't know how much it plays some role in the outcome, but not entirely. I don't mean to get on my high horse about that. It's just...
Substitution for Dieppe in the 59th minute. Exiting the match is number 6, Lexi Leger. Entering the match is number 5, Quinn Leger.
Quinn Leger back into the game. But that's like a big issue, though, in sports in general, because we're so obsessed with stats and metrics and advanced stats because we're trying to find this deeper meaning when really you don't need to do that. You can just look at the basic stats and make inferences based on how a team is doing. And that you don't need advanced stats all the time. It's even someone for me who comes from that type of background for what I do for a career, where stats is very important to be able to back up your arguments. But it's all about just different ways to explain data. That's really what it is. There's so many, like, for people who follow NFL football, they would do a stat that had nothing to do with the outcome. They said if a team wears white jerseys, they're this record in the Super Bowl the last 20 years. I go, how does a jersey that you wear actually make a difference at an outcome of a game? That's the ridiculousness I'm talking about. It's like, well, if I ate an apple today, will that mean I perform better? I don't know. It depends on the person. There actually is some conditioning that they do too with athletes in baseball. Like anytime that someone gets on base, they do give them a gummy worm as reinforcement of that behavior. So there's actually college baseball teams that do that. I am not kidding. Anyways, we can get back to soccer, but just some fun facts about some of the stuff that we try to do in terms of psychology and trying to incorporate that into any type of sport, which is always very important, but a lot of it stems from leadership and culture. And look at that, we're already under 10 minutes. Hamilton, but it says 2-0 at Wickwire Field. And again, we are in the second half of this match. If you're watching this on Maritime Athletic Profiles YouTube channel, appreciate everyone who's decided to stop by to watch this event. I know that you're not going to always watch every single game, but a lot of parents have tuned in to watch from various different places, and we're happy to provide a platform to be able to watch your family on the screen. It's always the best thing in the world, and very surreal. I remember a lot of the times when I would do any type of sports coverage that many places, especially when I would be in the States, they wouldn't do this type of coverage at this type of level. So I think give a lot of kudos to what Maritime Athletic Profiles is doing, because this is not common. And being able to get really great people to be able to run this at a high level is also not common either. And Noseworthy sends it all the way down the other side, as we are now very close to having now 5 minutes left in this match, with Hamilton up by 1 goal.
Substitution for Hamilton in the 67th minute, exiting the match is number 47, Zacchaeus Manning. Entering the match,
Manning coming out.
41, Brooklyn Gardner.
And Brooklyn Garner back in, number 41. As Dieppe trying to go for one last rally to get one opportunity to try and tie this up and get it to a shutout. A chance for Marissa Audit, who did score the goal, has a chance here. Going from the left side, Audit shoots and saved by Noseworthy, and that was not easily handled, as Noseworthy just says, I'm going to go down with this one and regroup. As we talked about with the goal keeping position, if you're not 100% positive, take a breather, take a second, cover up. And Dieppe pushing as we're getting close to only a minute left. And a whistle's blown. That should lead to a free kick. And does. You'll see in the replay here.
In the 69th minute, exiting the match is number 16, Catherine Gionet. Entering the match is number 21, Piper Bowen.
Piper Bowen's coming into the match for Dieppe here late, as we're less than a minute to go.
1-2.
And we've seen crazy things. This is not a crazy angle to try and get a game-tying goal from. Less than 30 seconds to go. This might be the last chance for Dieppe to tie it here late in the second half. Can it be done? High into the air and just saved by Noseworthy. Two hands. Holding it, going for the big long boot. High into the air. We're getting less than 5 seconds to go. And a shove, so that gives Dieppe a chance, but it is at the 70-minute marker. We'll see how much time they give them. They sometimes, depending on who's refereeing, they'll give it one last chance. But they're just going to have to do a full send here and just put it across. One opportunity. Kicked away. And there is the whistle, and that is the final as Hamilton United wins it 2-1 over CS Dieppe, thanks to the large part of the goals scored by Jocelyn Hunt and Emma Kindry. Both were standouts. And, of course, along with their netminder Brooklyn Noseworthy. Also some great play defensively from Michaela Boschman from them, and strategically also from Ali Hodsik. They've all been really spectacular, along with Zoe Svadner, who's come in clutch not only yesterday but today defensively, and give some of the players the love and recognition they deserve. And also for CS Dieppe, you had some players like Legier, Alon, and Roy, as well as Audit, who came in and was able to score a goal to cut it within a one-goal deficit. So those are just a couple of people to recognize from both CS Dieppe and Hamilton United before we wrap up and send it down to the field for a post-game interview with Ethan Greenham to wrap it up and send us into day 5 of this tournament. So for myself, Connor McKinnon, and the crew from Maritime Athletic Profiles will step aside and bring you back with some post-game coverage before we end the day and take you to tomorrow.
Oh, he turned it! Your player of the game, presented by the Halifax Wanderers, is Emma Kindry from Hamilton United.
Emma, turn around! Turn around! Turn around! Ah! Oh my god! Okay, I hope this isn't like real good. Emma, do your signature good! Okay, not like Brooklyn's. Awesome, thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. And we're here with Emma Kindry after that performance. And Emma, you've been very strong offensively in this tournament. Do you have a favorite moment from yourself so far?
I definitely think it's when Maya passed the ball back and we got the second goal. I think that was definitely one of the highlights. Or our patterns of play when we executed that really well. I think just how much we practiced that before we came, I think us doing it on the field really helped us today.
Yeah, and you guys got one more day coming up of soccer, and what has the team talked about in preparations for that one?
Just don't focus on what the other teams are doing. Just stay locked in before the games and make sure we have a really good warm-up. And again, our patterns of play, making sure that we're executing those throughout the game and not running around and chasing the ball.
All right, and do you have anybody you want to shout out at home?
I want to shout out my brother and all of my family for helping me along the way, and definitely because they took me here this weekend, so it wouldn't happen without them.
All right, absolutely. And that'll do it here for Maritime Athletic Profiles. We'll have her sign the camera and we'll sign it off.
I'll switch.
There you go.
Oh, mine was bad too.
Thank you.
Let's work. Living it fast, baby, got ass. Riding out, do the winner. Do the winner. Do the winner. Ass, riding out, do the winner. Do the winner. Do the winner.
Maybe you're a pre-med kicker. Or a sustainable business champion. Or a criminal justice historian. Or a next-generation coder. Wherever your passion lies, there's a place for you at St. Mary's University. Find what you're looking for out in the world, right here in Halifax.
It is often thought that glory is a matter of fate. But the truth is, no one was born a hero. It's an everyday journey. There are no shortcuts, no perfect scenarios, no days off. Things won't always go the way you expect. Sometimes you may ask yourself, why me? Why now? But overcoming challenges is part of the game too. It doesn't matter how strong your rival is or how hard the game gets. Doesn't matter if all eyes are on you or if nobody's watching. And if you're forced to improvise, show everyone there are no limits to what you can do. In that moment, nothing else matters. Your time is now. When passion runs through you, become your own hero.
At Dalhousie University, ocean expertise flows directly into the blue economy. We're advancing clean tech and digital solutions and shaping tomorrow's workforce. We're turning today's challenges in medicine and healthcare into tomorrow's opportunities. And through our community partnerships, we support discovery and inclusion that make a real difference. This is Dalhousie University, where local collaboration meets global impact.